Hey, welcome back to Deep Fried Ideas. I'm Bradley.
I'm Randy.
And I am Ice.
There's a little bit of lag on Bryce's side.
Oh, podcast. All right, y'all. It's been a week or two.
It's been a week. It's been a hot minute.
It has been. So, how is everybody?
One heck of a sweaty
One
minute,
hot
man.
minute. It's been 1 metric minute. 1 metric hot minute.
As you can tell, we're American. We don't know what metric means.
Yeah. What are you talking about? I totally know what metric hot minute is. Dude, I heard of something really cool that has nothing to do with anything we ever talk about, but it's really cool anyway.
A new
Care to share?
tampon.
Yeah. Would you like me to share?
I would love it.
Yeah?
More than
Bryce,
anything.
would you like me to share? It's super sciencey.
Oh man, I shared the fact about octopuses a couple of podcasts ago.
Well, this is much cooler than octopuses.
Dude, nothing is cooler than octopuses.
This is much cooler than octopuses. Octopi?
Does it have 8 arms? With
No.
opposable suckers on it?
No, but it'll kill you in like 5 minutes.
I've seen it before.
I've had a girlfriend like that.
Yeah, true.
Mm.
No, so this is
Right.
really cool. So what it's called? It's called
He's very distracted. He's playing a game right now.
No, I'm just trying to remember the name of it. It's
Are you
called.
playing games? Are
no.
you podcasting distracted?
No, I would never drive distracted. That's called distracted driving or podcast
Distractive.
driving. I don't know. Anyway, it's called Chervosky's something
Do you,
like that.
Do you mean sherbet?
No, Sherbert. Yeah, dude,
That's a
Sherbet
huge
ice cream? The
conspiracy.
sherbet snake?
it's the best. No, let me look it up real quick.
While
he's
he's
doing
doing that,
I want to say the name correctly.
Well,
What was the name? What was the name? What was the name? What
all
was
right.
the
Fun fact:
name?
while he's doing that, the sky
Cherenkov.
is blue. Oh,
Cherenkov. That's why I wanted to make sure. It's a Russian name, so I want to make sure I said it right. Cherenkov radiation is what it's called. It's very cool. What it is when a nuclear reactor is first getting turned on, it gets turned on, and then a blast of like blue light will just come emanating out of it when it first comes on,
I've
and
seen
then it will
those, yeah.
glow blue. And the reason, do you guys know why it does that? Would you like to guess why it does that? Why it bursts blue and then glows like a blue color?
Because Captain Manhattan is
Yup.
saying hello.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Is that Captain?
radiation is blue and reflected on the light.
No, not even
Sun.
close.
Okay, let me try again. The water and the air is congealed.
Yup,
Congealed.
there it is. Yup, there it is. He knew it. When
Yeah,
water
that
and
water,
air
that was
congeals, it
congealing.
creates the color blue. Now you know,
Better watch
kids.
out for your radiator to get that congealed water.
The more you know.
Gotta watch out for that water. You gotta watch your water because otherwise it'll congeal with the air and turn into the color blue. And everybody hates drinking the color blue. It's got a really weird aftertaste. No, that's not it. Bryce, any better ideas?
Probably has something to do with like atoms.
Oh, I got it.
Kinda.
False question because it's actually red.
Nope, it's blue.
Dang it.
It's 100% blue.
Definitely.
So, what it is it's when the particles coming out of the nuclear reactor are going faster than light. So what it is light. It's called diffraction. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. It's when light goes through any kind of substance. Every substance has a different diffraction. It's just diffraction is just the amount that light slows down by going through that material. One of the higher diffracting materials, not the highest, but like very easily to get a hold of, is water. Water diffracts light very, very easily. It slows down light very rapidly. So, when nuclear reactor gets turned on, there are these particles that are moving, flying out of the nuclear reactor at near light speed. They're going almost at the speed of light. But
Yeah.
as soon as they come out of the reactor, they then come in. The particles and this light that's blasting out of the this theoretical light that's coming out of the reactor is coming out both at light speed. But the light, as soon as it hits the water, slows down, and so at that point now these particles don't slow down, whereas the water does, or the light does because of the water, and so at which point these particles are going faster than light is at this point. And so because of that, they create this blue, almost fake, explosive light coming off of them as they're going faster than light, and so because of that, they create their own blue light that emanates out of them because they're going faster than light is through this water.
I'm giving myself 1/4 points because I said the word water.
Yeah, that's why I said, well, I mean, kinda.
So you could refer to it as a light boom instead of a sonic boom.
Kinda. Like,
There's
like
no kinda
really
in
kinda.
science.
Like, almost
I'm
maybe kinda.
I am artistically correct, and you know it.
You are very artistically right.
You're
So yeah, that's what I learned about is,
Nice.
that was, I mean, I was going to say my week, but that was actually just today that I learned about that, is that Kreskov's radiation, also called Kreskov's or Cheskov's light as well. But, yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm down with it.
So,
I
there you
believe-
go.
Always
That's
down.
your fun fact, fun science fact for the week. How was everyone's weeks? Multiples of weeks.
January. Pizza. More
Nice.
pizza.
Pizzas and beer,
Netflix.
dude. Crack open a cold
Monster
one with the
Hunter.
bros.
That's it.
Okay. I saw Super Troopers 2.
Ah.
But yeah,
How's
so
that?
Super Troopers 2 is very good.
I'm
if
so
you've
mad about it. He saw it without me, even though I keep asking to go and see freaking, what's it called?
See-
Into the Spider-Verse or Aquaman, and he keeps saying no.
I don't keep saying no. I
keep
said
saying no.
once because I don't have money.
Twice.
I saw it for free.
What?
Not. Super Troopers 2 came out like 10
Super
years
Troopers.
ago.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Aquaman and Into the Spider-Verse. I was like,
You saw
are
Aquaman
you
without
joshing me?
me. You saw Aquaman without me.
Not my fault.
Yes.
No, literally not my fault.
You
I
could have
was,
said no to
I
your
was getting
family.
dragged by my family. It's not my fault.
You don't get dragged when
I
you go
was.
see that movie.
I was. Well, I mean, I wasn't putting up much of a fight, but
But
dragged
anyways,
nonetheless.
It's really good. If you've seen the first Super Trooper,
I haven't.
yes you have. We watched it together.
I've seen it.
Police officers.
Yep, seen it. Great movie.
Okay.
Best movie all time.
So good you forget about it. No, it's
Remind me in a few minutes.
the second one's really good because I mean, like not quality good. It's just stupid good.
Funny good.
No, it's the second one's stupid,
It's a funny good time.
and
It's a
incredibly inappropriate.
lol good time.
It's way inappropriate.
Is it lolling?
Yes,
Nice.
that would be if I had to.
But
do
is it
one
ruffling?
Is it raffling, dude? Is it raffling? I need to know.
word. Is that like a rolling on the ground?
Rolling on the floor laughing. Raffling.
Listen,
No, not that good.
Not
first
that
you
good.
laugh out loud, and then you drop on the floor, and then you roll around and laugh out loud.
You gotta make sure that
If
you're
it's-
watching out for
if
raffling.
it's really funny.
So it was super good. Would recommend 10 out of 10.
I mean,
would suggest.
If you
reading.
want to watch a stupid movie, yes. If you want to watch a quality movie,
yes,
I would go see Into the Spider-Verse probably.
You
but
know,
I
I
haven't seen
would,
it.
but I just can't. I'm not gonna be that guy that sees it alone.
I don't remember the last movie I saw alone, but I've done it plenty of times.
Yeah, I
Freaking
know.
shots fired, man.
Because he's a loser and he goes and sees things alone, like a
Yep.
loser would.
That's how I do it.
That's how I roll.
But other than that, my week hasn't been crazy.
You dip, I dip, we dip.
I don't dip.
All right, I have a question for y'all.
Wow, I guess screw you, Bryce. We don't know. We don't want to know
He
about
said
your
his
week.
week. He said pizza and more pizza and pizza and
Yeah, but I
Monster
wanna hear
Hunter.
more about his week.
I could share about some like Netflix animes I watched, but I'm not sure if it's super
Yeah,
interesting. So.
everything I ever want to hear.
I told Randy a little bit about it and how
I have no memory of
what was
this.
it? There's
I
the
hate
world
the shit out of my
ending.
memory.
Tried to block it out.
There's demons in it, and there's tons of gore and death. And
Well, what other way is there?
Life and
What?
prosperity.
So what other way is there to have an anime without a bunch of gore and death and sex?
Well, I mean, I did see something new for it, and you'll be
If you
have
say
some
Attack on Titan,
questions.
I'll be so pissed.
But no, it wasn't Attack on Titan.
Good. Dude,
It
the
was
second
called,
season, or the second half of the
It's-
first, or no, the second half of the third season hasn't even started yet. And so I guarantee you, I bet you it won't come out on Hulu until the second half of the third season comes out. Which means it's never gonna come out. It's never coming out.
Well, we'll see it next year probably.
Freaking
Yeah.
jeez. Sorry, continue, Bryce.
Yeah, it's fine. It was called Devilman Crybaby, which is probably the worst name ever for an anime.
It's
Just
great.
'cause it sounds horrible. It was decent. It was way better than the last Netflix because it was actually like not stupid.
Speaking of Netflix animes,
Yeah.
Randy and I and Grace watched the first like 30 seconds of a Godzilla
Best 30
anime.
seconds of your life. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That
Was it horrible?
the worst film I have ever seen in my life. Anime, not anime,
Mm.
hentai.
Yeah.
It's just so weird. It's supposed to be, it's a Godzilla movie, and yet the first 20 minutes of the movie is talking about how everybody needs God.
And by the first 20 minutes, he means like 5 minutes.
No, it's first 20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, Netflix originals are not always great, honestly. Yeah. A lot of them, anyway. You got some gems in there.
Some Jimmy Jams.
Yeah.
Snap into a Slim Jim, brother.
Yeah, that was pretty much my week. And
Lame sauce. Potato.
yeah. But did you have something you want to talk about, Brad?
Brad.
I guess. Randy, did
Brad?
you have anything else in your week?
Wow, thank you for asking. Let me go on a rant about
No,
how...
this dude shared like a bunch of garbage about radiation.
Hey!
Yeah, the
Whoa!
first
Show your
6
info is
minutes.
greatly
I asked if you wanted to know about it. You said yes. That's not my
And
fault.
also, I found it very insightful, Randy.
You're welcome.
I didn't understand more than half of it.
Dude, pretty
But-
much, these particles are
Light
going
boom.
faster than light, and so because of that,
But so my thing
they
is,
create this
like-
burst of light.
like, my thing is, why should I care?
Because it's cool.
But it's, yeah, but it doesn't
It
affect
could-
my
it
daily
could-
life.
Also,
one
do
day.
you know, so, you know about what the bends is. Have you ever heard of the
Yes.
bends? Not like when someone takes a pipe and, like,
Or Mercedes
twists it.
Benz.
Or that, no, that either. No,
Well,
so the
like
bends is when
surfacing
you're, like,
too fast?
it's when you're, like, go diving in the water, and then you ascend up too quickly, and you can't filter out the air, the gases in your body fast enough. There's too much in your body, and so at which point it gets diffused into your blood, which is really bad because then it can get
As
pumped into your heart.
bubbles.
Bubbles in your heart, not good, and you can die.
And that's
Or
why
bubbles
I
in the
avoid
brain.
the ocean.
Bubbles in the brain, bad too. But so the bends, not a good thing.
Bubbles in anywhere except for a bath? It's probably a bad idea.
It's pretty true.
Or Finding Nemo.
So, bends, really bad thing. Obviously, things that spend a lot of water, spend a lot of time in the water,
Amen.
i.e.,
Or-
like aquatic life, need to have a way to deal with that problem, with the bends. Most aquatic life have what they call is a swimming bladder or something like that, which is where it's just like able to like take in most of that filter out a lot of that excess oxygen or excess gases, so that then it doesn't get put into their bloodstream. However, fun fact, whales do not have that. They don't have that bladder to be able to absorb that. So that they don't die from the bends, instead, they store all of that air in their bones, which is really brilliant because it makes their bones like as brittle as freaking paper, like that's been burnt. It just falls apart. Their bones are just super brittle because they never
That
leave the
sounds
water.
really
It doesn't
bad.
matter. But like after a whale dies, when you dissect them, like they'll just have like giant, huge like pockets of air in their bones.
So is that like a
their
flaw in their
bones-
creation because they can't decide that, or
No, it was just that they can't choose like to change it. It's just like the way that evolution worked on them. It's just that it made it so then they store air in their bones rather than in
It's just a big
normal
middle
thing.
finger to the
basically.
whales.
So yeah, now it's just a weird way that evolution works. Is just that whales, unlike almost every other thing in the world that's in the water, they store the oxygen or the excess air in their bones, and it makes their bones just super brittle and like breaks their own bones from it and stuff like that. So super brutal. So another fun
They
fact for you.
sneeze and their body just
Pretty much.
implodes.
So they also, in one gulp, can swallow as much they swallow enough water that the weight of that water weighs the same amount that they do.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they swallow so much water in one gulp that it weighs the same amount that they do. That's crazy. Like imagine swallowing like 140 pounds of water.
How light do you think I am?
I'm saying for a general person, not fat person. No, but so like imagine like swallowing one gulp like 140 pounds. Like
That's
jeez,
that's crazy.
That's
But see,
ridiculous.
they can filter it out though.
but still,
Humans can't.
that's ridiculous. That's
It's
a
pretty crazy.
lot of
That's pretty
water.
crazy.
That's a lot of water.
That's a lot of water. That's awesome.
So yeah, it's crazy. But that was my fun facts for the week. You're welcome, Bryce. Since you're hating on my freaking science facts,
Just because he's the smartest.
because you're the smartest, I have to make up for it and
Man,
come up with
stop
stupid
putting
facts.
all this pressure on me, man.
Dude,
Saying I'm the smartest.
Next week, Bryce is going to take the whole time with fact after fact.
dude, let me lay it on you. How was my week? Let me tell you. I just learned this.
No, man, I just make
This.
pizza for a living. Come on now.
Yeah, you couldn't even solve a simple equation that we had.
Which we'll talk about in a little bit.
Yeah,
Other thing.
I was gonna do a phenomenal segue right
But
there, but
I
never
have
mind.
to talk about this.
You could talk about
All
it
right.
after.
So, have y'all heard of throat singing?
No,
It's not
That
sexual. Not
sounds
sexual.
disgusting.
it
I
sounds
just want
pretty
you
sexual.
Okay, it's not. So, think of like the ancient Mongolian, like the Khan Empire.
I'd rather not when I already have
Genghis
sexual
Khan.
things in my mind. Thanks though.
Okay, so it's I'm not even gonna try to impersonate it, but it's like that like. Like
Okay.
like really like in
Come on, you
throat.
tried, but
No, that wasn't me trying. I was trying the other day and it sounded half decent.
Nice.
Anyways, I'm gonna learn how to do
dude,
it.
I want to hear.
Is it like yodeling?
No, it's like
So like meditating?
it's like OG screamo, but not screamo.
Okay.
It's the screamo
Odd
before
decision
screaming.
to
Okay, just
just compare it to
my
it.
my ability to compare things is not great. But
Yeah, clearly
I just,
by the crabs.
I would recommend y'all looking that up. So I'm gonna learn the like Celtic or Norse version. But
Man,
I
dude,
want.
you have an unhealthy obsession that you need to curb.
Why is that unhealthy? It's
It's
such a
very
cool,
unhealthy.
It's just a cool culture.
Fun fact: did you know? Do you know where the symbol for
Bryce, you're
Bluetooth-
losing all of your authority as the smartest one in the group.
What? What am I doing, man?
No, it's Randy. Hey, guess what? Really cool fun
Listen,
fact.
You want me
Do
to
you
talk
know-
about Fullmetal Alchemist? Because I finished Brotherhood this week.
Do you know
Oh, it's so
where
good.
the symbol for Bluetooth comes from?
Where? Oh, it's a Norse.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the North. It's the North
Norse.
Norse spelling for a lord. His name was like something Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Or it sounded something like that. It was. It wasn't straight up Bluetooth, but it was something.
Yeah.
Sounded similar to that. And so then now they took the spelling for his name and combined the symbols and made it the Bluetooth symbol.
Mhm.
So yeah.
I really just want to see a Norse god with a Bluetooth earpiece. Man.
So,
Nice one.
Randy.
I am a Norse god.
when his hair's longer.
You're welcome, yeah, dude. Oh man, dude, that's what you're gonna dress up as a Norse god. You're gonna be Odin.
Oh,
Cut out my eye.
fun fact though.
Hey, hold on, guys. I'm gonna call.
I'm gonna get super swole. I don't think I could pull off Thor though, but I'll work on it. I'll just work out from now until never.
I feel like you'd be
Till
better
forever.
Loki.
But if I'm gonna be I guess, yeah, that would work. I was gonna say I need to be a Norse god, but like, I guess he's a Norse god, so that works.
He's very much a Norse
Yeah,
god.
yeah. No, I was just thinking.
All the big ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
That's
like
what I was
big,
like.
I mean, like-
exactly. I was thinking all the huge ones. Like, no, we got Odin, we got Thor, we gotta get all the big
Heimdall.
chunk guys. Yeah, exactly. We gotta go all the
You can be like
huge
the
guys. So I was
eight-legged
like,
horse or whatever.
Who?
The eight-legged Odin's
The one that
eight-legged
Odin
horse.
rides.
The fastest thing in the world.
Mhm.
But
Is it?
Yeah.
It has 8 legs, right?
it does have 8 legs.
Man,
Pretty
Spider Horse. Heck yeah.
To be fair, there's also a guy who has sex with like a bear or something
Well,
like that.
Loki's children, one of them is a half man, half snake, one of them is pure wolf, and one of them is the not snake, but like the water creature that wraps around the entire Earth.
Yeah.
So I mean,
We're just dope.
Wait, one of Loki's children is the world serpent?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's his youngest, I think.
Man, he gets around, I tell you what.
well, he has sex with a universe serpent, and so that's kind of what happens. is
Well, it's kind of
you
like
get
a
the
big,
world serpent.
it's kind of a big like fu to Thor because that's who kills Thor in
Yeah.
Ragnarok. So
He's like, ah.
Loki gets the last laugh.
You got him, son. Get him with like the throat choker, whatever.
It's
I don't know,
brutal.
snake moves.
But a good segue to that is a question that I have.
I feel like it's not a very good segue.
Well, it's the segue that is happening. It's not the segue that you need.
It's
It's the segue that you deserve.
So my only question is,
To be fair, I've never been on a Segway, so I wouldn't know.
Me either.
I want to ride. I want to go on like one of those Segway tours. That'd be
Oh,
so much
I
fun.
want to be a mall cop in the
Yeah,
segue.
dude, become a mall cop. If you become a mall cop, I'll totally become a mall cop too.
Dude, I'm so down.
Totes my goats.
Toots my goots.
Man, that really totes my goats.
Okay, so
Oh, sorry, Bryce. Were you
Let-
gonna say something?
I
What were
was
you gonna say?
gonna do a
Bare your
something
heart out
about
to me.
Segway brands and how like it wasn't the Segway we needed, but turns out Segway's brand is just Segway, so
True. Good call.
German, I guess.
all right, so I have a box. Weird. I thought there was.
What's in the box?
Nothing's
What's in the box?
Nothing is in the box. It's a
Wow.
button. It's just a button. And
I'm vehemently
Wait,
disappointed in this box
so is
already.
it like a cardboard box or like a glass box? Are we
Obsidian.
talking like a
Obsidian
polyurethane
box? Wow.
obsidian box.
What if I throw it on the ground? Will it break?
Obsidian?
No, because
Normally obsidian would.
it's
So-
Game of Thrones obsidian.
That's still obsidian, and it
dragon
still has
glass,
the
you
same
might say.
properties.
Sorry, dragon glass.
It's
that has
it's
been
obsidian. It has the
melded
same
into
properties.
A sword.
It has the same properties, and that's not what happens with the. That's
So
not
it's an
what.
obsidian
It's the
sword.
Tesseract.
That's not what.
It's the Tesseract.
Okay, so,
Valerian
so the
steel.
obsidian sword is
Valerian
now the
steel is
Tesseract.
not obsidian molded into a sword.
I know it's like the dragon.
It's
breath.
just steel that was
Yeah.
heated up and molded by a dragon. So therefore,
We
it's,
see who the real
got-
nerds are.
yeah, dude.
So now we have
Can I just do this?
steel molded by dragons. Okay, so continue with your steel molded by dragons, Brad.
Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. I have a box with a button. Okay, you push it once, you get $1 million, but one person dies that you know. It could be acquaintance. It could be a
Acquaintance.
significant other. It could be a friend. It could be anyone that you've come in contact with that you like have been acquainted to.
Just
Okay.
somebody totally random, you know.
Yep. So, would you do it?
Would I push the button for $1 million?
For $1 million and one person.
Can I
dies.
choose who dies for the first time, and then it's random every time after?
Because I know who you choose. No, you cannot.
Dang it!
Not. It wouldn't be me. But
Easy choice. All right, fine.
so, would you do it, Bryce? You're first.
Nope, not at all, man.
Wow, lame.
My policy with like stuff like that is like
What a wuss.
I'm fine without it.
It doesn't
you
have
know?
the
I'm not gonna-
stones.
I mean, my life will continue on as normal, and I'm okay with my life, kind of, most of the time. I mean, like,
Don't got
you
the
know,
stones to do
except
it.
for the crushing depression, but you know that's just
Money
there.
might not
you know, it's
clear
not gonna
that.
go away from $1 million.
Oh, money cures depression.
Like, why would I? You know, somebody's like, "Hey, will you like chop off one of your arms for $1 million?" I'd be
Yup.
like, no, not
yes,
really.
I would. Prosthetics are
Because
pretty
there's
good.
no reason to. I'll
I
be
could
fine
buy a good
without
prosthetic
being
with
that
$1 million.
So that's kind of my little spiel.
I have a follow-up question after this because I brought it up to Bryce the other day, and he answered the exact opposite as to what I would have.
Okay.
So-
Well,
Okay.
Randy, what's your answer?
I would hit it once, maybe.
Well, I haven't expanded on the second time.
Oh yeah, okay.
So once you
yeah, I'm
would.
hitting it twice. I'm tapping that. I'll
Okay.
tap that.
So
Just double
Bryce has
I'll tap
not
that.
been. What is it like?
Smart.
When you watch a lot of like movies of killing and play video games with
He doesn't
killing.
watch Jigsaw.
What is that like called when you're?
Desensitized.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so Bryce isn't desensitized. Randy and I are both
What?
desensitized, I guess, to
I was
death
born desensitized.
because like I'm pushing that button easy.
Seconds.
If one of y'all dies, like that sucks, but I get $1 million.
Bummer.
Well, screw
I'll
you.
buy you a really fancy gravestone.
You're number one on my
with that
purge
million.
list.
I'm not
How
wasting
about
that
that,
money.
Brad?
It'd be like a $10 gravestone.
Oh. No, like, okay. Like, it wouldn't be y'all because I, like, am acquainted with so many people. The probability of it being y'all
Yeah, it's
so
slim to
low.
none.
So
But-
low. Anyways, I'd push it once. Okay, follow up to that. You can push it a second time, but the number of deaths is doubled, but the amount you get is halved. So you get $500,000, but 2 people die. Bryce, obviously you're still saying no. I'm saying
Heck
yes.
no, that's
still.
even worse,
Bryce,
man.
you didn't even push it once?
No.
Unbelievable.
I don't care about the $1 million.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm not sharing my $1 million with you. Actually, sorry, $1.5 million with you. 'Cause
Yeah,
pushed
now
that
I got $1.5
button.
million.
Okay. Now,
That's okay, man.
a third time, it doubles again of the number
But
of deaths,
again,
but
the-
halves the number of money you get. So you're getting.
And you can,
A
and
fourth
so
of a
now,
million.
now you can push this button as many times as you want, but the deaths continue to double, and the money you get continues to half. So, my question that I asked, because I'm the smart one, and nobody knows how to answer the question, and I'm not
Neither
that
does
smart.
Randy.
I'm not that smart. If you were to just keep spamming that button, and you just keep hitting it, would it get? And assuming, obviously, you would have to assume that it gets to a point where it would just make $0. Because if it gets to a point where it makes it makes $1 or 1 cent, and you'll just keep
After
getting
that,
1
yeah.
cent every time, like because you can't divide 1 cent, so it would just give you like 1 cent over and over again. No. If you get to 1 cent, then it'll go to zip, nothing.
Yeah.
So, assuming that it will get to 0, and then at this point, hitting the button again won't make you any money,
Will you get to $2 million?
could you, how many times would you have to hit the button to be able to get to $2 million?
If you could.
If you could at all. I have
And I'd
no
say
idea.
it's impossible to get to $2 million from that point.
I think it is
I think it is.
impossible as well. But I don't know. Because I think it's just that
Maybe one day I'll do
the
math.
concept
It's
of
just cut in
diminishing
half, cut in
return.
half, cut in half, cut
Exactly.
in half. So it just looked like an exponential graph that
Exactly, which will
it'll
always go down.
approach 1 million or 2 million, but it'll never reach 2 million.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking
it'll
as well.
cap off right at
Yeah, it'll look like it kisses up against the edge of it, but it won't ever actually make it to 2
Yeah.
million.
And also, if you're a person that like just continually presses that button, then you're just an asshole.
See,
Sorry.
Well,
I
I,
would do
guess it's me.
I think I would stop at 3.
I would do it for science.
I would
Wow.
see if
Well-
I'm acquainted with myself and see if I could die.
Ooh.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
at a
that's a
point,
good
yeah, it's
question.
gotta be. At a point when there's no one else to die, you're the only one.
So what if, like, because it's completely random?
At
what if,
0
what,
you
what
die.
If, what if the first beep, because it should be completely random? What if it's you?
Yeah, that would suck. Like, oh, I'm gonna get $1 million, and you hit the button,
Well,
$1 million
somebody's
put
got
into your
their
bank account, and you get
Justice
zipped.
served, I suppose.
Why is that justice served? You're getting $1 million.
Because you're trying to kill somebody.
Well,
I'm not
okay,
trying to
see,
kill
Your own
somebody.
personal gain.
I'm a big connoisseur of the term fate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but it's not fate because you're manipulating it.
You don't know. They
It's
could.
How it-
determinable.
They might have
You
died
cannot-
anyway.
it's my fate to push the button and get $1 million. It's their fate to die at this time, and I was just the segue
Well, then is
to
it
that.
He was
somebody
just-
else's fate
he
to
was
die
just
at
the
hands of
catalyst.
a murderer?
It was just like it's just as likely that they were gonna die of a car accident. Like so, okay. So in a theoretical world, it's their fate to die that day in this theoretical
Okay.
world, and it's Brad's fate to push the button. He decides he's not doing it. He's had enough. He's not gonna push this button. Screw that. Well, they're still fated to die, and so it's just as likely that they're then gonna get hit by a car that day and die anyway. So as far as you know, the person that you
I'm
push
doing
this
them a
button
favor.
for is gonna die anyway, and you're just gonna be making $1 million off of it. So, I mean, at this point,
Well,
it's
then it's
just.
selfish because who's to say that they wouldn't die and that you take away that life just
See,
to give
But
yourself
there's
$1
no
million.
way for you to know that.
There's no way.
So I can just go on living
Exactly,
assuming
so-
that they were gonna die anyway, and it'll
By you
ease my soul.
solidifying that choice.
Yeah, so I can
being an
either
asshole.
think, man, yeah, I'm gonna be a good guy and do this, or I could be $1 million richer and just be okay with the fact that they probably were gonna die anyways.
Not to mention, if this box exists, someday somebody else is going to come across this box that is associated with that person that would have died from you, and they're going to push the box, and that person's going to die anyway. You won't have gotten any of the money. They did, and the person died regardless. So,
See, that's like death is gonna happen. Like I wouldn't say I'm desensitized to death. I'm just at a point where
I'm a
just like,
realist. It's going to die.
Everyone is gonna die. Like it doesn't matter if you're the healthiest person in the world or the unhealthiest person in the world. So, like,
or somewhere in the middle.
like you could always just die. Like that was actually a movie recently I was watching, but
Yeah.
it's not desensitized. It just happens.
Yeah.
You know, like
Life happens. Life finds a way, as they say.
yeah.
But so, oh man, I forgot what was the question, Bryce? What was the question I asked you the other day?
I have no idea, dude. We
Oh,
talk a lot.
Yeah, that's true. You just talk all the
But
time.
I
I can't
mean,
help it.
to maybe like finish this last thing out, unless you big ideas.
No,
I mean, like, I kind of understand, but I don't really maybe believe necessarily in an inescapable fate. You know, I
that's
feel
what it was.
that if I'm gonna change and alter somebody's life and kill them just so I can better myself for $1 million, like, that's pretty much the same as saying, hey, here's a gun, I'll give you $1 million, you have to shoot into a dark room, and at the other side of the dark room is a person that you know. You can't see them, you don't know who they are, you don't know how close they are to death, but you shoot them, they will die. It's the same thing.
I'm shooting
I
that
would,
gun.
I would still do it.
Odds are, especially in
I
that
guess that's
situation,
between us too,
99%
but I'm
chance
just
you're not going
saying
to kill
that
him.
it's killing somebody to give yourself $1 million.
Yep.
Can I call
And
out
so,
in the
I
room
mean-
and say, hey, where are you at?
No, you can't.
They thump
It's
against
just
the
you
wall.
step into the room, you shoot the gun, you get $1 million. Simple
do
as
it.
that.
Nice, I do it.
And well, that's good to know. You know.
I'm not moving down there.
Okay, so the real quick, the
But
question.
I would just say that that in a sense is kind of what I might call maybe. You know,
Okay.
if I might be so bold.
Yeah.
But all right.
So the question I'll leave next week we'll talk about, but it was the question of, I asked Bryce, so you have an opportunity where someone says, like, okay, from this point on, I have the opportunity where I can change the direction your life is going in right now.
Oh yeah. That's
I can,
whatever.
your life, whatever direction it's going in now, I can change it. It'll be completely different from where it's at, for better or for worse. And you can't change it back. As soon as you change it, it's set in stone, and you can't go back. And I asked, would you do it? And he's like, no, so his real quick, his
Like, I can
response
explain it
was
real fast if you
he
want.
can't. He said he wouldn't want to because he
Okay.
wouldn't want to.
Let's wait until next week to do that. 'Cause I gotta go.
Yeah.
But let's just end on the immortal words of Brave. If you had the chance to
That was
change
where
your
it came
fate,
from.
would ya?
But yeah, so would you do it or not? He thinks one way, I think the other, and his reasoning is pretty much the same as mine, but coming at it from two different angles.
Interesting. Well, yeah,
So-
we'll talk about it next week, and I'll also think about it and then answer that as well. Also, since you have a week to think about it, let us know, comment,
Think about it.
message us on Instagram, whatever you do. Always click the bell, you know.
That bell.
Subscribe to
Smash
Dude,
that
Belle,
bell.
best Disney princess.
Oh, by far.
Hundo percento.
Except for Ariel.
Yeah, but Belle.
Oh,
100%.
But Belle because she's not in the ocean.
Exactly.
By the way,
But if I could be Aquaman and
what were we gonna say, Randy?
no, yeah, continue.
I was just gonna say about our Diablo little competition that
Yeah.
we're gonna have. We pretty much finalized the rules. We're gonna be posting them on social media, so feel free to play along with us. Be super fun.
Yep.
Post your scores, whatever. We'd love to see how well that you do, and we will also be trying to either record some gameplay or stream even some
Yep.
Diablo 3 to you guys. Coming at ya pretty soon.
Coming at you hot. So we'll be doing that
stay
here.
tuned in this week and the following months as we're gonna probably start this competition either tonight or tomorrow, and then we're gonna end it at the last day in February.
Yep. And we're probably going to be trying to stream as much of it as possible, and then if we can't stream it, then we'll at least record it and release it after the fact, a few days or so. But we're going to do our best to stream it as much as we can, and then after we finish, we'll make sure that we release our scores, and you guys, if you want, can compare, and we'll put it on all of our social media, and you guys can compare your scores with us. But other than that, have a good week, and Bryce, got anything else you want to say at the end? Brad's already said he's
Not
got
really, but I think what's the catchphrase to lead us out?
There's no catchphrase. I hate catchphrase. So
Come on, what was it you said straight out the kid?
no, that's the worst. We're done.
Hot out the fryer.
Nope, we're done. Have a good week.
Um,
We'll catch you next time. See ya.